Well, good morning, Lil Tots. How are you today? It's such a beautiful day out here. I thought I would come out and do our lessons outdoors. So I thought that I would start the day by reading a book. It's called My XYZ book. Okay, so next week we'll be learning about the letter Z. This week we've learned about the letter Y, and last week we learned about the letter X. So I thought this would be appropriate to read today. I could have waited till next week, but I wanted to read it today. So forgive me, the sun is a little bit in my eyes here, but I think we'll do okay. So, little X had a box. Okay. And it says, he said, I will fill my box, and little X found an X-ray machine. Excellent, said little X. With my X-ray machine, I can see inside of things. He made an X-ray of his hands, and he could see his bones. Excellent, he said. He put the X-ray picture into his box. He made an X-ray of his feet. Excellent, little X said. I can see the bones in my feet. Can you see those? Can you see the bones in his feet? Then he put the X-ray picture and the X-ray machine into his box. And he said, now I will call my friend. Let's see what friend he calls. I will call my friend. Who do you think it is? Little Y. Little Y. He may have a box. I do, said little Y. I will fill my box too. Little Y found a yo-yo. It was a yellow yo-yo. Remember we talked about yellow beginning with the letter Y. It was a yellow yo-yo. He tried to make the yo-yo go up and down. But the string was too short. I think our string was too long. That's why we had to say goodbye. Maybe I can find a shorter string so that you guys can try to figure out how to do it better. But the string was too short. Little Y found yarn. Hey, that's a good idea. Maybe I should try yarn. He tied the yarn to the yo-yo string. Does yarn start with Y? It sure does. Now the yo-yo went down and up, down and up. Little Y turned the box upside down, and he stood on the box. His yo-yo went way down and way up. He said, I will call my friend. I'll let you look at the pictures first before I turn the page here. Who do you think he's gonna call? What friend is next, do you think? You got it. His friend, little Z. Little Z, and see if she has a box. I do, said little Z. I will fill my box too. And she found a zebra. And two more zebras. See that? Little Z found 3 zebras. One, 2, and 3. Can you count those? Good job. Zebra starts with Z, zebra. If, I'm sorry, let's see. In you go, she said. So all the zebras went inside. But the zebras jumped out of the box. Zip, 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 zip. Starts with letter Z. Away they ran, zigzag down the road. Guess who ran after them? See them zigzagging down the road. Who ran after them, do you think? Guess where they went? They went to the, can you guess? Let's see where they went. They went to the zoo. Does zoo start with Z? It does start with Z. Let's listen. Zoo. Good job. Let's see if there's any other words. More about little X. Sometimes X sounds like Z, like in xylophone. I think we already talked about that. So there's xylophone, X-ray machine, and more words with little Y. There's yams. Those are like sweet potatoes. See that? A yacht, which is a big boat. Sometimes people live on them. Yard, like at Lil Farm Preschool and probably at your house too. And a yak, like Yancey yak, like when we do this with for Zoovonics and we say Yancey yak. And more words that start with little Z. Can you see that? So what do we have there? We have zoom, like a rocket ship goes zoom up in the air. We have a zipper, probably on your jacket. Zip, zip. We have a zinnia. Did you know Miss Sheila has some zinnias growing in the greenhouse? So they're gonna look like that. That's called a zinnia. And zero, the number 0. I don't know if it's actually called a number, but I don't know. 0. All right, so I hope you enjoyed that book, and I'm gonna read another book in just a little bit, but first we're gonna do some lessons, okay? So right now we have math. You have in your packet, it's called Ice Cream Scoop Math. So let me get it out here. So it is gonna look like, maybe you've already gotten it out to check it out, which is totally fine, but it looks like this. That's Ice Cream Scoop Math. Okay, wow. Well, I didn't think it was windy out here, but it's blowing. So first you're gonna cut the pieces out. You're gonna cut these little pieces. You're gonna stack the scoops in number order. So I've cut my pieces out here. Okay, so here is my ice cream cone right here. Okay, and then here's all the pieces. So what you're gonna do is you can start with 0, okay, and then it will be number 1, and then 2, 3, all the way up to 10 scoops. Can you eat 10 scoops of ice cream? I can't. I think we would all get a big tummy ache, don't you? Okay, so I thought this would be fun to do. So you can put those in number order, and if you don't know what comes next, just ask whatever adult is with you today, okay? And I'm sure that they will help you. So you can roll the dice and count and stack that many scoops too. So that's another thing you can do. So if you got a number 2, then you would do 2 scoops, and you could do, so you can go 0, 1, 2, or you can just say 1, 2. Okay, if you roll a 4 with your dice, then how many scoops do you put? Yeah, that's right, you put 4 scoops. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so I hope you have fun doing that. I'm gonna go ahead and pause it until I can see what's next, okay? By the way, this little math game here is yours to keep. So you can play with it over and over again. And if you've mastered it and you don't have any use for it anymore, you can return it if you want, and I can pass it to some other students maybe next year. So anyway, so you can keep it at home or you can return it if you wish. All right, just wanted to point that out. And then so next we're gonna do our letter Y worksheet. Now I know we're such a hands-on preschool, but it's hard to do hands-on when you're home, so I'm trying to do the best I can, like stuff like the math game and things like that. But so I've been sending home some worksheets, and we do these in class, but we do other things as well, little games and stuff like that. So but anyway, for now, I'll have you go ahead and pull this worksheet out. Again, it's letter Y. So you're going to go from the uppercase Y all the way to the lowercase y. Okay, and these are really good to help you practice control of your writing utensils, so that you know how to, so that you can learn how to hold your pencil better and move it along. Okay, so that's what that's for, and to learn the letter Y as well. Then you can flip it over and you can either watercolor the big Y and the yarn, and you know what? I don't know what this is that starts with Y. I just got it. I think it's a yam. All this time I thought it looked like a croissant, which doesn't start with the letter Y, and then I thought it was a seashell. And I even looked up what seashells begin with the letter Y. I couldn't figure it out until just now. I believe it's a yam. We're gonna go with that. Okay, so let's color the yam, the yarn, and the yogurt, and then the big letter Y. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and read you another book, and it is called On the Farm. I wish Miss Sheila had a farm like this. We have a different kind of farm. We have more like a garden farm, where we do a lot of gardening, and we have the fields for flowers and things like that. So that's the kind of farm we live on. If I could have chickens and bunnies and maybe goats, I certainly would do that. Maybe one day the City of Pacific will let me do those things. So, all right, so On the Farm. This story is about two children named Lily and Ben. I wonder if I've already read this one. I'm sorry if I have, but we're gonna read it again today. There are also hens. Can you see that? Sheep and cows. I don't know. Okay. Lily and Ben live on a farm. Look at that farm. That's a lot of land. We only have 1 acre here, or just shy of an acre, but it looks like more because our family's yards blend together, so we get to kind of use each other's yards too. All right, the sun rises. What happens when the sun rises? What happens? I mean, does the rooster wake up, and what does the rooster say? Cock-a-doodle-doo. That's right. He says cock-a-doodle-doo over here. And the rooster wakes them up. He wakes all the other animals up on the farm. Look at that. Roosters are loud. That's one thing I probably wouldn't have here on this farm, because I live too close to other neighbors, and I don't think they would like that. Lily and Ben rush outside. The cows are coming. It's milking time. A huge tanker takes the milk away. So they're milking the cows, and then they put the milk in the big tanker and take it away. Where do you think the tanker's gonna take it to? Yeah, a place where they can bottle it up, and then another tank, or another like big truck, will probably take it to the grocery store. And that's where we get our milk, or some of our milk. Some people have different kinds of milk, but that's cow's milk. All right, now it's time to feed the hens. Peck, 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 the hens do when they eat. Lily goes into the hen house. Look, 3 eggs. Can you see all 3 eggs there? There's 1, 2, and she's holding one in her hand. It's on the crease of the book. I'm not sure you can see that. outside, the sheep are in a large field. Look at that. Ben counts them. Oh no, he cries. A sheep is missing. Do you know where the sheep might have gone? The sheep isn't in the cornfield. Well, if you guessed the cornfield, he's not in there. There's the cornfield. What do you see there? A scarecrow? We have scarecrows in our pumpkin patch, don't we? Not right now, but in the fall when the pumpkins are growing. She isn't in the garden. Where can she be? Speaking of roosters, I hear one in the background. Somebody has roosters when they're not supposed to in the city of Pacific. Well, she's in the barn with 3 baby lambs. The sheep was missing because she had to go and have her babies. Oh, so cute. So that was the end of that story, and here is a fun little thing for you guys to do. You can pause this maybe. I'm going to show you 2 pictures. There's things in each picture that are the same and different. Can you find what they are? All right, go ahead and pause it and see if you can find them. Okay, so now that we've done our daily lessons, we have a craft to do, okay? So inside your packet, you'll find something that looks like one of these. Now, I put the one in there that I thought you would enjoy doing. But so what you're gonna find is everybody will have, so here's my insect, which is a yellow butterfly with a little bit of black on it. And then I have a blue egg. So on the egg, I'm gonna put his eyes. So you could put your eyes on your bug or insect where you think they should go. So I guess mine goes like, sort of like this. Okay. Oh, he looks so silly, doesn't he? Okay, and then my insect has, not everybody has a mouth because there just isn't room for one on there. So if I gave you a mouth, that means that your insect has a mouth. All right, now look at him. So then what you do is, some of you have wings on your insect, so you would put your wings on. I don't have wings, but so I'll make it go closer so you can see what it's supposed to look like, okay, according to your bug that you got in your packet. Okay, so then you put them inside your bug, okay, and there I have a complete little butterfly. Now, if you open up your egg, there's an activity to do, okay? And some of these activities I took from the scavenger hunt that some of you will be coming to the farm to do, either today or I guess today would be the only day. So hopefully you signed up. But anyway, so the first thing you're gonna do is fly or buzz like an insect. So you can do that now or you can do that on your own time. So you're gonna fly or buzz like a bee, okay? Or like the insect that you got. So if you got a butterfly, you can flutter around like a butterfly. If you got a bee, you can buzz like a bee. There's also a beetle. Not quite sure what a beetle does. Does a beetle kind of crawls maybe? Do some of them fly? I don't even know. And there's also a ladybug. A ladybug flies, huh? Or you could pretend like you're crawling up somebody's arm, like maybe mom's arm or something. Okay, the number 2 is count as high as you can. So maybe some of you can count to 10. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Maybe you can go farther. Let's see. Go ahead. Number 3 is make a silly face. Oh. Okay, and number 4 is say your ABCs. Okay, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me? Good job. Number 5 is, can you hop like a grasshopper? I'm not gonna get down and do that for you. I bet you're doing it right now, aren't you? Okay, now recite your memory verse. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Good job. And number 7 is sing your favorite song. I wish I could hear your favorite song. I can't think of what my favorite song is at the top of my head, but I hope you enjoy doing those activities, and I hope that you are going to come out and do the scavenger hunt and plant a pumpkin seed or something else too. So, all right, well, I hope you enjoyed today's lessons, and as always, I miss you so much, and I hope to see you real soon.